All right, in this example, it says a leading manufacturer of kitchen appliances advertises its products in two magazines, Good Housekeeping and Ladies' Home Journal. A survey of 500 customers revealed the following information. Okay, so it tells us how many learned of their products from Good Housekeeping, how many learned from Ladies' Home Journal, and how many learned about their products from both magazines. Now you might recognize this. I think we had this in another lecture when we talked about Venn diagrams, but now we're going to apply the same concepts to probability. All right, so let's go ahead and draw a Venn diagram. Okay, we want to find out, now we're asked to find out the probabilities that of a randomly selected person finding out or learning of the products from various sources. But we can still just use the Venn diagram like we did in 6.2. All right, so we have a set of people that learned from Good Housekeeping, and we have a set of people who learned from Ladies' Home Journal. All right, and then we have the whole entire sample space, and we know that there are 500 people in the sample space because that's how many people were surveyed. Now, the information that we're given says that 140 people learned from Good Housekeeping, 130 learned from Ladies' Home Journal, and 80 people learned from both. Okay, so now we can we can just complete the Venn diagram here. If I subtract 80 from 140, I get 60. If I subtract 80 from 130, I get 50. All right, so that tells us the 60 represents how many people learned from Good Housekeeping only. The 50 represents how many people learned from Ladies' Home Journal only. And then we can also calculate the number in the union of the two sets, right? So all of the people who learned from either either Good Housekeeping or Ladies' Home Journal, right? Just by adding up the 60 plus 80 plus 50, okay? So it looks like we get 190 people in the union of those two sets. So then we can also figure out how many people did not learn from either one of those sources just by subtracting 190 from 500, and we get 310. Okay. All right, so now we have the Venn diagram all filled out, and let's answer the questions. The first question asks how many people learned of the product from both magazines. So there were 80 people who learned from both magazines out of a total of 500 people surveyed, right? So that gives us a probability of 0.16. Okay. Now we want to figure out how many people learned from at least one of the two magazines. So at least one means either one or two, since there's only two magazines. So really they're asking for the number in the union, which we just figured out was 190. So to get the probability, we want to divide by the total number surveyed, which is 500. So we get 0.38. And then we want to find out how many learned from exactly one magazine. Okay, so not both, but only exactly one magazine. So either Good Housekeeping and nothing else, or Ladies' Home Journal and nothing else. Okay, so there are 60 people who learned from Good Housekeeping, but not Ladies' Home Journal. And there are 50 people who learned from Ladies' Home Journal and not Good Housekeeping. Okay, out of a total of 500 people surveyed. All right, so when we calculate that, we get 0.22. All right, I'll meet you in the next video.